while talked on this John, but I'm back. You know, just streaming, trying to see, what's better for me. To stream quiet, to stream, just play, show the game style, the gameplay, or talk, So I haven't really reached that decision yet, but for now, we're definitely going to be talking. We're going to be talking on this. And also, I noticed that a lot of viewers. I had a lot of viewers on this video on Tainted Grail, so I appreciate everybody who was watching. Anybody who follows, support, subscribe, etc. I hope everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving, had a happy, safe holiday. But we're back to the grind. And with this video, I'm going to be explaining the Summoner class, because I noticed that was the weekly event. So we'll do this in a minute, but in the meantime, these are each of the game modes. Conquest is the standard game mode, obviously it's a story. But for me, in my explanation, I'm going to actually do Endless Misery. I feel like that I'll be able to explain this class a little bit more. So as you see, here's the Summoner class. Summoners conjure deadly minions out of thin air, but they're connected to them via a magical link. And that's important. So every time that you have minions that you summon, and they basically help you / protect you at the same time, so you don't take damage. And also to inflict damage on the enemies. So every time a minion gets hit, their summoner receives damage relative to their level. So the higher that the minion is, the more damage that the summoner, which is your character, is going to take. And in the last sentence, summoners or paragraph, summoners, minions need to be activated through spells. However, they can be promoted and grow in power endlessly. Right? So this is basically a description of the summoner, basically everything I just read. The ultimate ability. So the goal here is to obtain charges. In each charge, I think after the 4th charge, you can promote your minion. So these are the 3 different minions you can start out with. This is the Golem, this is the Abomination, and this is the Worm. I generally start out with the Summon Golem because this is what protects you from being hit. Well, I mean, you still take damage if you don't have a barrier on or any blocks, but this soaks up a lot of damage, this minion. So let's start. So Endless Misery is pretty much like a horror mode in this game. Basically what it says, you fight in an endless loop, and the difficulty, I think, increases with each combat that you win. So I generally play this to warm up, and you see it's 3 fights to the Treasure Guardian, which is the main boss. Like I think 3 fights usually is a boss. Alright? So just a little explanation of the battlefield. So these are all of my cards here. And the first thing that I always recommend is put a barrier on yourself, on a summoner, because any damage that your golem takes, you see the green health icon plus 15, the damage is basically gonna retaliate or reflect or redirect towards you. And if you don't have a barrier up, it's gonna take away from your HP. In the top left corner, you see 5. That's the word candles or weird candles. You basically, I'll explain as we go on, and then the 2 little health mixture things, that's your health in order, for you to gain life back. Alright? So I'll generally put on 2 barriers. Anytime you have a barrier option, I recommend using it. So the ritual, basically I'm just building charges. As you see in the corner, you saw me just get 1 out of 9. Do it again, get 2 out of 9. That's just to activate so we can start building our charges in order to start promoting the minions, and obviously the stronger they get, the more damage that they can dish out. And for the golem, the higher that he gets or the minion gets, they can absorb more damage. So this is an abomination that I just summoned. I know I did that a lot really quickly. I'm trying to explain it as I go. But abomination, they basically can attack any enemy every enemy that's on the field, every enemy type on the field. So it's just one enemy, so we're just gonna work on him. And then you see the 8 out of 13, so that's the damage that I'm inflicting. So 8 to 13 points of damage. It can vary, but we know at least it's 8. And then the enemy can dish out up to 13 damage, but the minimum is 10. So 10 to 13 damage. So I'm in my turn. The bottom right corner is, you see how many ability points you got within turns. So I have 0 out of 3. I think you start out with 3 for this class, and then once you run out for that turn, you just hold Y, and that ends your turn. Alright, so when I see something like this, it's just one enemy type, I'm just going to promote. And as you promote the abomination, his damage goes up. See, it was 8 to 13, now it went up 10 to 16. And we're just gonna stay on the attack. And then now, if you hold X for the ultimate ability, once it's over 4, it upgrades him. So I just got him to 3. See, his damage went up even more. Alright, so let's end the turn. Could have summoned a Fae, but I'll explain that if I need to. We're just on the attack. That's it. So after you beat each enemy, you're going to be offered 3 cards. Now for this class, you have spells, you have sigil cards, and you have summon cards. And then these look like they're all spell. You can only choose one. So generally I like this card, Depth of the Other. So you basically sacrifice a minion, gain 1 energy, and draw 2 cards. I like that. Anytime you can draw cards, and then you can use a card that has 0 like ability points needed, and that's usually a good win. Not saying every card is going to be like that situation, but for the most part it is, especially when you're just starting out in this difficulty or in this game mode. So these are passives which basically help build your character and help, you know, your minions for this character. So I'm trying to see what's the best thing to do. Every combat, the energy cost of the first sigil you play is reduced to 0. This is good, but really we want to, I don't really care about the damage. It's all about really protection. So the golem, this is why we chose it. Add 1 hit, dealing 25% damage to your golem's activation. So when he gets hit, when you activate, I think he deals a hit too. So yeah. Alright, so we got 3 enemy types. So let's see if I can go on the enemies. Oh, here's the names here. Alright, so that's the Faith Healer with the green health icon, 8 to 12. He can pretty much keep healing the allies, so I like to work on him. And then this, so the enemy type also has an abomination as well, and the enemy's abomination can attack everyone on the field, even their allies. So I want to definitely protect myself. Didn't mean to do that. That's cool. Alright, so I summon the abomination, put up a barrier for myself, and I'm going to attack. So now we want to just start getting the enemies out of here one by one. See? His attack attacks them too. So knowing that, put another barrier on. Put a barrier on him. Promote. You want to promote so you can keep dealing more damage. That's the point of promoting. We don't want to sacrifice anything yet, because if I sacrifice my golem, then I won't have anybody to protect me, and then if I sacrifice my abomination, I don't have anybody to necessarily attack. So we're just going to end the turn. Alright, I have a barrier here. I'm gonna put a barrier on him, and then I'm gonna promote ritual. Then we're gonna attack again, and then let's promote, and then his attack killed my golem, but it also killed their enemy. So now I don't have anything protecting me as far as defensive, except for my abomination, but I'm using him to attack. So probably want to get this battle over with, at least quick, so you ain't got to worry about going to the next turn and trying to figure out what to do. So that's that. Alright, so more cards. I like to try to balance out my deck as I play any playthrough I do. So you see we have 10 spell cards, 1 sigil, and then 1 summon. Unfortunately, every card here is a spell card. So, I mean, you can not take a card, but then you're just hurting yourself by not building your deck. So we're still going to just take a card. Mark an enemy for 5 turns. Permanently reduces his armor by 20 for each hit. It suffers when marked. Let's go with that. Death Mask. So, I generally like to get this barrier, because the barrier with the summoner class pretty much protects you until it is destroyed. It doesn't go away, like some of the other classes that you might have saw me play with. Alright, so these are pretty much rune stones, and they help your armor slots and your attack slots. I mean, you don't really have to be particular about this. I like to build up my armor, so like this card might be the best play for me. Start combat with 25 plus bonus armor, but then you lose 5 of that armor from this bonus every turn. So I'm gonna just go with that, because we need something to protect in armor, just in case we don't have a minion protecting us, you know. More armor, less damage that you take. Alright, so same thing again applies. Barrier, put a barrier on him. So I guess I'll get a fade. So pretty much what a fade does is, in this class, so fade basically weakens the enemies, and it grants ultimate charges, which is what you want. You want the enemies to be weakened, and you want to be growing in charges so you can promote. So I guess I'll mark this enemy because I want to get him out of there. And I'm going to actually sacrifice, and I'm going to take a worm. So a worm is an enemy type, ally type that it attacks random enemies, so you can't control what enemies it attacks, but it reduces each enemy's armor when it attacks. So that's all you pretty much need to know about this class. So it's like got its pros, but it's got its cons too. Let me get that out the deck. So this card, when you hit those what's this enemy type? Sick Man, it basically like gain this card in your deck, which you want to get rid of it, because if you don't get rid of them out your deck, by the time you kill that enemy, it's going to take off like your HP. So it's 1% of max HP for a card. So if you had 20 cards in your deck and you don't get rid of them, by the time you kill either one of these six men, then you're going to lose that 20 HP. So you want to try to get those cards out of there as you're attacking. Alright. So let's put another barrier on him. Promote. Then attack. Get that out. And I'm going to promote him again. So I can reduce the armor of all enemies by 25 for this turn, which I'll do that. And then I'll press the left directional pad so I can get my weird candle up to a certain point where, you know, the cards, some cards that I actually like obtain or that arrive in my deck, they actually benefit and help me. That's what the wear candles is for. Alright, so I only took off only lost 3% off of that. About to saying that should kill him. And this is a summoner class, pretty much. How it plays out. So activate a random minion 2 times. I don't like random stuff too much. But then this is a sacrifice all minions, increase damage by 10. Nah, I'm gonna probably take this, even though I generally don't get this out of the. It's like all spell cards. At the end of the turn, if there's 2 or less minions alive, gain 5 burial once per combat for summon with level 5. I'm gonna go with this. At the end of each turn, I want to get that barrier on me and my allies. Alright, so this is the first treasure guardian boss. I forgot his name. Let's see if I can get to him. Rat King. Easy enough. Alright, so let's put a barrier on myself. Put a barrier on him. This one. And we'll activate. Should have probably summoned a worm so I can start attacking, but it's okay. Best case ally type you want in this situation is an abomination, which I got. Let's pyro him up. Activate. Look at that. Does damage to all enemies. I'm gonna lose my golem, which I did. Good thing I got this. Stun all enemies for 2 turns. Because I don't have a golem. I don't have anybody protecting me. But what I can do is summon a fae. Sacrifice it. Okay. That didn't help, but at least we can stun them all. And I'll promote. Ritual. Then attack again. And then promote. That was just a 1-on-1. Got my golem back. Put a barrier on me. Activate. Barrier, ritual, activation. Just get him out of there. Look at that, 44 to 70 damage. He only had 23 life. So do the math. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. So after you beat not every treasure guardian, but majority of them, you get a choice of a reward. So generally, when I first started playing this, I was just taking a 10 health because everybody always wants to have more health. And then sometimes I would get this, but this doesn't really help. It's like a 1% boost in attacking, like your attack strength. I go with you will get the 5 armor. That 5 armor will always stay with you. Plus the 25 with the Bruise Stone. So I should have 30 armor, as you see right next to my fist, which is my attack strength. So yeah, you want armor up for this character because you're basically relying on your minions to protect you. That's not really, you know, the best thing you want. So we got to get one of them out of here. Just want to ritual. Activate. And then just hit my turn. Take some damage here. Guess I'll get another golem. Put a barrier on me. Let's do that. Activate. I would promote, but let's wait. Cause I want to wait until I get a ally I can attack ball with. Just start promoting that. And we got it. Abomination. Promote it again. I was going to sacrifice. I might sacrifice this to get the energy. Promote again. We trying to get damage. Get him out of there. We got one of them. Don't get intimidated when you see a lot of enemies that are like in front of you. Just know that, you know, you just, like everything, you get it down to a 1v1, and then you do what you gotta do from there. Attack again, he's done. And that's it, that's left. So promote. This enemy is a pain in the behind. Because, like, unless you stun him or you use a worm with this class, it's kind of hard to defeat it. Or I could keep promoting. Oh, that does damage, nice. Or I could keep promoting my, oh, I think it's going to kill him. Nice. It's going to say I can keep promoting my abomination, but I guess he was already strong enough to negate his defenses, the enemy type. Cool. Now we're getting some other cards. Now we got a summon and we got a sigil. Each hit from the minion has a 20% chance to stun. I'm gonna take that just because, like, stunning enemies is always give you any advantage that you can get or obtain over the enemies. That's what you want. And I'm just gonna take this, create the 20 barrier, and here we go. Increase armor. I'm gonna switch this around and I'm gonna put this here. So we got an attack slot, start combat with 50% bonus damage, and then every turn we lose that damage. And then in the armor slot, increase armor by 10. So I should have 15 now, but that's 15 guaranteed armor. Yep. Alright, the barrier on. Alright, so this enemy here, Forest Sentinel, pretty much he protects all allies. So any allies you attack of his, the attack's gonna go directly towards him. So I'm gonna use the death mask because I want to mark this enemy and reduce his armor by 20 for each hit. Just power up. Just activate. I don't want to sacrifice him, so I'm in my turn. Here we go. Pretty much the name of the game is obtain an abomination, and then you just protect yourself as far as taking damage, and you keep promoting, and then you just keep attacking. And he's done. Promote. Let's do a random. Look at that. And then we can just attack again. Just get it over with. Ain't no need to do nothing extra. Alright, so what we got here? We got, let's get a summon card, because we got all these spells. I just got this. Why they offer me? Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I duplicate my cards, and I get double of them, but I'm gonna just get this. Summon a worm. Whenever a golem is activated, reduce the energy cost of a random card in your hand. I'm gonna take this. Alright, so we got another boss. I think this is golem. Let's go ahead, start getting on the attack. I'm gonna barrier up, protect myself. Then we get the +5 barrier after every turn. Look at that. This dude is a pain. Oh, I'm just gonna I'll put a barrier on him. I usually don't put barriers on him because I know that they die easily. Just attack again. Barrier actually save shit from this minion has a chance to stun. Might as well. Put a barrier on myself. Looking at his damage. 73 to 89 damage. Oh. Get a golem back. Always make sure if you have a chance to get a golem, always get a golem. Keeps you protected. I'm gonna promote him. barrier. Do a random. Got him out. Tag. Out. He's probably gonna kill him. I see his damage is higher than. I didn't want to use a block. Because that reduced my armor by 10 until the end of combat. And I don't want my armor to be reduced if I don't have to have it. I may have to. Attack. Hold off on the block for now. Yeah, gotta use it. I don't have nobody protecting me. This is a situation you don't want to be in. At least I'll block his attack, but I'm gonna get hit though. Oh wow. Alright. Who's doing any damage? Maybe I should do this. Let's get that candle back up. I'm gonna take the block. Alright. Take the barrier. Car is gonna reduce. Sacrifice. I don't want to sacrifice him. I need to work. I need to work too. Yeah. That's what happened. Block. Now my blocks again. I didn't mean to sacrifice him. I might have messed this up. But I'll just stun him. Alright. Okay. That helps, I guess. Over. Random? Why not? At this point. Alright. I'm ill. Oh, this might be over. Sacrifice, I mean. Reduce the damage, but I don't think that's gonna help me out. Stun him, I guess. Still in trouble. Might be over on this one. Oh, no. Card. Gonna reduce the barrier. Hey, this is over. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that boss is real tricky, especially with that class on that game mode. So yeah, let's go ahead and yeah, let's go and do the weekly event. Why not? So the weekly event, only summoner is available, which we just were playing. Difficulties 5. You start with 2 weapon slots unlocked. Start with 2 armor slots unlocked. Okay. 3 rune stones drop from every combat. 1 item drops from every combat. You don't get new passive skills at level up. All right. It's only class difficulty 5. 140% currency gain, hard fights, cruel enemies, deadly bosses. That's all you need to know. Alright, so this is basically what the game mode would look like if you played Conquest. But this is the weekly event, so there's nothing for me to really explain in this area, but we're just gonna jump in and see how far we can get. I never took on this weekly event yet, so this is my first time. But I try to explain what I do because I kind of treat this as Conquest game mode. You know, I look for the easier enemies to fight first. We start building our deck, and then we start attacking. Put a barrier on me. He's already about to. Attack. Can't mess around on this. Promote him. Get him out of here. Alright, so every time you level up, well, disregard that. Well, generally every time you level up, you obtain a card. But because this game mode has modifiers, this kind of still applies, but you don't get no 3 rune stones after every combat on in the regular Conquest. Let's see what we got though. So every enemy has a 15% chance to drop a weird candle. Weird candle, we need that. And then every turn increase the damage of the first hit by 100. Take that. At the end of the turn, deal 1 hit to all enemies for damage. Alright, so first thing when I jump in is I look for these milestones.
It's a
and I basically boost the milestone range. Because like as you can see, like the bottom left corner, I had 5 weird candles. I keep saying word, but it's weird with a Y. It doesn't drop, but as soon as you're out of this milestone range, that 5 is going to start dropping. I'll show you. So I'm out of range. Look at the candle, it's dropping, and it probably is going to drop. The higher the difficulty, the quicker it drops. So we're just going to fight enemies. I should probably look at the enemies I'm fighting, but I'm just, you know, it's all an explanation. Oh. Guess I'm gonna pay, why not? Just start building my charges so I can start promoting. So you wanna get this out of the deck. Barrier. I'm trying to, the goal is to not get hit as much as possible. I'll power him up. I was trying to save it. I'll activate. I'm not gonna promote him. There's only one enemy attacking. And we gotta get an enemy where we can attack. I'll promote in the meantime. Alright, got Abomination. So we'll go ahead and just, oh, let's promote him. Start attacking. Like I said, you know, the sick man, like when you hit him, you want to get these cards and these scabs and red deaths out of your deck, because by the time he dies, you don't take damage. But this game mode, I mean, I'm just trying to get enemies out of here as quick as possible, and then I can always just try my best to get life back. That's the goal here. Here we go. We didn't take any damage. That worked out perfect. And that killed him too. Leveled up again. Alright, look like we got a throwing knife. So I'm gonna get this card. At the start of each turn, the minion increases the damage by 10%. That's a good card. And it's 0. So you're not using a energy. That's what they call it. I was saying ability points, but energy. That's what they call it. It's a term. Alright, so we got... Since I already got increase, every turn increase the damage, I might as well start the combat with the 50% bonus damage. Double up. Continue. Alright,
there are
so I
old
can
customs
get more...
that protect the traveling priests of the All-Mother.
So when this
the one you
confident
see
priest,
before you, walking through the weirdness,
you
before
want
you
to
have a
X to be
chance.
healed, and then you're gonna it's gonna initiate a battle. So you want to get these enemies out of here. We're gonna do that. Abomination. Like I said, it's literally rinse, wash, and repeat with this class for the most part. Until you get in a situation where you're on the defensive, and if you're ever on the defensive and you can't attack, that's where this class basically has its downfalls and its weaknesses. And everybody's about to tag me on this, so I am going to ritual and I'll tag. I knew I was going to be able to kill them all. The barriers on me. Tag. For the heck of it. Oh. This turn, I should be able to get him out of here. Here we go. So even though with the modifier with this, even though we didn't rank up, we still get runestones. Take them all. Alright, I don't see anything worth swapping out,
Praise
so
the
I'm
Mother.
just gonna chill with
I'm
that.
glad you're here.
Alright, so after you win
I
that,
want to
you
settle
gain
this
trust from
once
her.
and for all.
You can ask her what is she doing out here.
Ever since I'm on a pill.
You realize.
I'm not gonna sit there and read all that.
You tell her.
Take pity on her. Alright, so you got not only a quest, but we got blessed incense.
I'm too far away from the altar to...
Helps you out. It's like a like combat item, I think. And so you can learn the secret spell, which gives you like a barrier, which I might be able to show that while I'm explaining. But I'm just going to take the healing potions. I feel like healing potions are the most important thing, especially for the weekly event. Because they're hard to come by. Alright, so let's keep fighting. Same thing. Abomination. Attack everybody. With that 50% damage, and then also every turn has a chance for 100% damage increase. Might as well. Want to get on the attack as soon as possible. I'm just going to tag. Tag again. I'm just going to promote, but I said take advantage of that damage modifier. Alright, so we got 9 spell cards, 3 sigil, and 4 summon. So I usually would get this, activate a minion. But I think I'm gonna get this. At the start of each turn, the minion heals 50% of his missing HP. You can use this one to golem. Alright, we starting to get some rune stones here. Every turn, gain 2 armor until the end of combat. I might actually get that. We want armor. Yeah, I'll leave that. You want to definitely read those runestones because they can definitely be the difference between life and death.
Bob, you watch. Turns out.
So for him,
he plays.
Why would I need to wear a flute?
Why?
X him to stop.
You see?
And then you
use it.
take this
you bow to the
instrument, and you get a wooden flute, which helps you out throughout your playthrough. And that's in Conquest mode. Pretty much the weekly event is basically Conquest. It's story, but just with the modifiers. Alright? So we're just gonna attack. We got that bonus damage. Get on the defensive. So I can actually use that. And I'm gonna promote him. I'm gonna activate him. Look at that. Let's get another one, because he got obliterated. Put a barrier on him. And let's attack. Alright. You don't want to be on the defensive too long with this class, like I said. And you always want to make sure you have a minion on the field, because when you don't, all of the damage is basically going to you, and that's pretty much usually death. Alright, let's merge. I merged that. Let's see what else we got here. If you play 5 or more cards in a turn, it's a barrier. Barriers are, if there anyone's death during combat, gain 20 barrier. So let's get that. We'll keep that, and we'll get rid of this. That barrier is important. Especially after anyone dies, get a 20 barrier. I'm gonna hold off on that. That's like a training. Let's fight some more people. Basically, you just want to build up your character, build up the deck, and also you want to build up your, combat items and abilities and everything to have a chance. And then once you build it up a certain amount, you take on the boss. I don't advise fighting everybody when you do the weekly event, but I mean, it's up to you. I knew I was going to kill somebody, and that would give me a berry. I was going to protect my golem, but that's right, he's got that ability. Man. Whoa. That's it. So not too bad. It's not too bad so far. Where's that? We got. So yeah, I put this in my armor slot, flawless ing. Because in the armor slot, every enemy has 30% chance to drop a word candle. Weird candle. A word candle.
Behold, before you get.
So him, I don't ever really want to remove a card from my deck, and that requires $100 out of your coins. So I just learn a new skill, and then you could pick any of these. Might have to get this. Yeah, I like that. Again, this is all about pretty much this weekly event. All of them are all about damage. Damage and get enemies out of there as quick as possible. So we're back in the milestone range. It looks like we have a golem as the enemy type. Well, let's keep fighting some enemies. Pay attention to your weird candles. Pay attention to them. So I'm gonna use one actually now. Alright. I don't have a barrier to use, so I'm gonna take some damage here. So I'm just gonna promote, power up, and then activate to start building charges. I was gonna take some damage. Still don't have a barrier to put up. So we gotta start attacking. Alright, somebody, my ally died. My golem died, so I ended up getting the barrier. So that was awesome. And somebody else died. I'm just trying to get him out of here. Put a barrier on him. Tag. Almost ranked up. At the end of each turn, create. So I might have to take one of these out. You know what? I'm gonna take this away, and I'm gonna actually at the end of each turn, you get a 15 barrier. On top of if anyone dies, we get the 20 barrier. So that's what it's about: building barriers, blocks, armor. Depends on what class you're playing with, but the barrier I feel like is the best thing for the summoner class. Speaking of, put the barrier on. At the start of each turn, he heals his missing HP. Put a fury on him and activate. Alright, so for this time around, I usually would get the abomination, but let's get the warning. Because they got an enemy abomination, so he's going to deal damage to everybody also. Everything's getting redirected to him, and it's also increasing his armor. That's what we want. I don't want him to lose a level. Maybe I should... Now we can do it. Tag. Tag. Alright, that's cool. That's cool. Now we can get that. Power up. Activate. Alright, so even though my golem died, look at my barrier. 145 barrier. So I don't necessarily have to worry about, well, I should put a barrier on him, because now he's going to, my abomination's going to get attacked. But, I'll just say game might be over, but how it is. Ranked up. Let me actually use this concentrated oil. Take out this mushroom. Because you don't know what this mushroom does. It's a lot of times I use that mushroom as a last resort and I died. I like this too. At the start of every second turn, gain 1 block. That's important too to have. But that has to go in the armor slot. I like this. And I like this too, but I might have to take this out. I might have to put that block on there. You gotta go defensive. We'll keep that, and we'll keep these two. Now. Alright, let's continue over here. Like again, I don't fight everybody, but you know, fight as many people as you feel like you're comfortable fighting before you take on the boss. And then always pay attention, like I was saying, with your weird candles, because if they get down to 0, you don't really have they basically are like a bonus to help you out as far as stunning enemies, reducing damage, increasing your damage. It's a bunch of different like pros to the weird candles that took me a long time to understand, what exactly, what do they do. This game in general, I feel like is definitely hard to learn, especially if no one explains it. The tutorial is kind of good, but I feel like it could be better. A lot of the stuff I had to learn on my own. Still learning. But again, I come back to this game and I continuously play because it's the replayability. Like every run's going to be different. Just keep attacking. He's about to die. Didn't mean to do that, but it's cool. every run is different, you know? Some runs you could die in the first enemy. Other runs you can make it all the way to the end and then die to the last enemy. Or then other runs you make it all the way through when you thought you weren't, you know what I'm saying? So, and the enemy types switch up each time. So it's not always going to be the same kind of playthrough. And that's something I definitely can value in a game. It's not too many games like that. And I generally don't play deck building games. Games like this. This is really the only game I play like this. And I got to a point where I enjoyed it. And I was like, yo, I gotta stream this. Alright, so let's stun this enemy. So we don't take a hit, because I don't have anything to protect me. I don't want to do that. Do a ritual. Do an activate. Just so we can get the charges. And the barrier comes. Let's get the worm. Attack. I was going to promote him, but I protected myself. Get that. Power up. Promote. And I'll get the fame for the heck of it. Why not? Now I could go Abomination and just keep attacking with him, but I kind of already committed to the worm, so I think I might just keep attacking with him instead of wasting my energy. So I'll put a barrier on him. Why not? Okay, let's promote. Promote again. And then we can stun him, because that little like moon ring thing above his head, the enemy I just stunned, that means he's about to like summon. What is this enemy type? Shaman. This enemy will spawn totems to buff his allies with various effects. So yeah, it basically spawns allies to help. Wow, I messed up. It's cool. Well, basically like buffs that like decrease your character. You just throwing it. That should kill him. No? Alright, I'll use this. Get my health back up. Why not? Just get him out of here. Trying to think the highest like level I ever got a minion to. I'm going too fast through these menus as I'm talking. Yeah, I don't feel like reading all this. We're gonna rock out what we got is working. The highest level I ever got a minion to is probably like
All
level
mother's
like
shrines were a common.
1.
For every the
Depends
shrine.
on what the situation calls for. So, okay, so for this, the one thing I recommend you don't do is do not rob the shrine from the Queen Mother's altar, I think is what it's called. The All Mother. Don't rob it, because if you do, you can't ever heal again. You won't be able to use your health potions. You won't be able to get life back. I did that before thinking, okay, you will get to 500. It's not worth it. You can ask for healing, but you don't get that much healing. You can perform a ritual, and then the healing power of the altar is increased, so you could ask for healing, or you could take the legendary card. But you need 200 for it. And you see in the top left, right next to my life at 73, I got 254. That's how I knew I could get this card. So you want to pay for it,
Carefully.
and then you get this. So basically it creates 100 barrier, and you can use it twice, I think. 2 charges, so you can use it twice, and then it's exiled from your deck permanently. You can't obtain it back unless you get a new one. So that's that. Alright, let's keep fighting. Alright, barrier. That. Might as well. your golem as if it's your pet, because it protects you. It's like basically, you know, banking in, like you're putting money in the bank for like a long-term withdrawal. Because you don't want to take damage if you don't have to. Alright, so let's get this A. Activate. Might as well start getting my charges. So that way if I get a worm or an abomination, which I got both, I'm gonna take the abomination in because I got 2 enemies to attack. The worm is good for when you have 1 enemy majority of the time. Because it not only attacks, it'll attack that same enemy because it attacks random enemies, but it also, let's promote him, but it also reduces their armor. That's what you want. Might as well. Build his damage up. I'm gonna promote him. Promote him again. Look at that. That's it. That's the best part of the summoners class is the promotion. Take off. Look how many, look at this. Look how many runestones I have. I wonder if you put this on twice, will you get double the barrier? Oh, let me see. I gotta see this. And then what else we got here? And I wonder, do I have another card? The barrier? Every additional card drawn creates 3 barrier. No. Like I said, it's important to read this, especially if you plan on, you know, attempting this a couple times. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I kill an enemy or my enemy die, my ally dies. I'm not gonna go to her. Not for this. And I'm not gonna fight him yet. He can be that enemy type can be a pain. So I'm gonna hold off on that. And I'm trying to experiment with something, so. Cause that'll be interesting to know if you get double barrier. If you don't, then I'll just switch it back. Here's a good enemy we can try it on. Trying it for y'all first, man. Alright, so we don't got no barrier, but I don't think anything's gonna attack me. So attack. Head on him. Let's get the abomination. I got 109 barriers, so that must mean there's no way. I didn't see what my barrier was at before, but if it's 15 at every turn, and I think I did get double. I think I got double, which is great. I gotta see if somebody else dies. It's so hard to tell. Oh, 202 barrier? Yeah. Yes, sir. Keep myself protected. You know, we got 217 barrier. And that's it. 337. Yeah. Trying to tell you, that barrier is the wave. Oh, yeah. This is what I wanted to do. So we got another here. I think I'm about to probably go fight this boss, honestly. Let me take this out. Let's grab this. Oh, I forgot I had this too. Reduce everyone's combat about 50. Fully charge your ultimate ability. 2 turns. I I think I'm gonna get this. Jesus. Merge. I'm trying to see if I can get another something with another barrier. Nah.
He's just, you know.
I'll give him a weird candle. A weird candle.
I have.
Let me see, what are you looking for?
Thank you.
He continued.
Yeah. I usually give him one. You know, I'm a nice person. Sometimes. Let's fight him. It's rematch. Difficulty level 5. Alright. So first things first, let me get this barrier on me. Pay out. Activate it. Use his damage. Alright. My barriers are already up. What I want to do. Alright. So let's go. Just keep activating. Just build. We build it. We build it. I'm probably gonna promote him. Let's get a worm. Put a shield on him. Activate. Oh, he's about to die. Let's get Abomination. Start attacking. Guess I don't even. Might as well start getting the use the blocks, the gamble. It don't even matter. You put a barrier on myself. So gamble. Put another barrier on me. At this point, I can only bank on myself. I am not going to promote anybody because I don't know who's going to die. Okay. I still don't have a golem. This is bad. Alright, I'm at the golem. We got to get these attacks here. Promote him again. There you go. Get him out of here. Yes, I can stun him. Get a golem. I wanted to put a barrier on him. I'm not wasting my all mother's blessing on him. As much as I want to. Yeah, nah. He getting mad now. Oh no. Just keep getting my barrier. Lock. Activate. Guess I can promote him too. Ritual. Alright, I'm not gonna upgrade nobody. Promote him. Hold him. Seize the opportunity. Just keep attacking. Just keep attacking at this point. Cause, nah, I'm not gonna stop. Should've stopped. Yeah, probably should've stopped. Yeah, he's throwing damage at him. we are too. Why not? Why not? Kill him. Yeah. Crap. I knew that was gonna happen. Barrier. Now, see, now I'm on the defensive is what I didn't want to be on. I think I had that block. They're gonna have to stun him. Because we want to still keep attacking. There's just no way. I guess I'm gonna stun him too. Just for the heck of it. Stun him again. I usually don't like to stun this much, but barrier is at 561. He's going to die. Oh, he did. Get the golden back. Stun him again. Damage he's about to do. This is not good. I might. Nah, I ain't gonna use. I gotta block. I'm gonna set him again. I ain't got no choice. I'm in trouble. This is not where I wanted to. This is not the situation I wanted to be in. Yeah. Oh, that might have saved me. Somebody out of here. Right. Dang. Yeah. Messed that up. Messed that up. That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing with that class is once you're on the defensive. Let's go back. Once you're on the defensive, it's like you're in trouble. Let's do Endless Power. Same thing, Summoner class. I'm gonna stay with the Golem. I wanted to switch it up. I'm gonna stay with the Golem now. So this is like Endless Misery. The only difference with this is that it's Endless Power. So you get, I think, more energy, and then like they give you more combat items, but the enemies are more difficult, I feel like. So we're just gonna play it. Power up. Attack. Pretty much everything that we basically did. Want it all over again. Just keep attacking them. It's a one-on-one. Well, not really. I got 3, but... Let's grab this. Yup. So yeah, the rewards on this is like double. So I like to do armor. I like to just do armor at the beginning. Health is health. Health doesn't really matter into an effect like until like after you start. I guess maybe like the first boss maybe. And I guess you can start worrying about health. But you got 5 healing potions, so. Ritual. This, I'd rather see if not played next turn, reduce the cost of 1 card. I'll take that instead of reducing their damage by 75%. It's only one person attacking me for 4 to 6 damage. So it's pretty much has to do with math as well. Oh, I put a barrier on him. Why not? Just in case. Oh. I'm gonna get this. I'll grab this. Use that. So just armor again. So my armor should be up to like 20 now. I think the highest you can get armor to is like 75. Barrier. Promote him. Power him up too. Activate. So we'll take that. The abomination. Start attacking. Remember that enemy type that basically each attack is redirected to him. So choose a worm. Because I know, even though he attacks random enemies, I know that all the damage is going to be directed to him. So that's the benefit of using a worm in this situation. But yeah. And it's just a one-on-one, so he's the only enemy that can be attacked. Might as well keep attacking with the worm. Promote him. Ritual. Ritual. And he's done. At the start, I'm gonna take this because with this class, you have to manually activate each minion. I'd rather take this because at the start of each turn, this card will automatically activate the minion for me. I don't have to worry about activating them, so that's a benefit. So let's take that. And then this is another one. The minion with the highest level automatically activates at the start of each turn. I want that. The higher the level the minion is, he's going to attack every time. So more armor again. Armor should be at like 30 now. So I'll put a barrier on me. I'm going to put a barrier on him. Promote it. Ritual. And then activate. And this is just all just XP of gaining charges. So I'll put a barrier on me. Put another barrier on me. Hold it. And then I can fire it up and activate it. And turn. So same thing as the last battle. Get the worm. Get the activation to start every turn. And then attack. So every turn he's going to automatically attack. Let's ride the wave. Promote him. Put that on him. And he's going to automatically attack again. That's such a good card for this class. To just be able to keep attacking like that. You don't have to... Probably going to kill him in his turn. Yep. Bye. Simple. And I like this game mode. This Endless Power and Endless Misery. I like both of those because it's like something you could just put on, no thought, just play, see how far you can get. You know, you die, you decide if you want to go again or switch up, new Conquest. So it's, you know, or weekly event, which I'll start doing the weekly events more and explaining them. And each weekly event, I think they switch up the actual character, so that's cool. He's the highest. Well, they're both 1, so he's 2 now. He's the highest minion. Excuse me. He's the highest minion activated or level, so I'm just gonna keep attacking. I need to put a barrier myself. Attack again, and that's it. It's all easy. You don't gotta overthink it. I really don't like none of these cards, but I guess I'll get this. I'm gonna get this at the start of every turn with no minions in combat. Draw 3 additional cards and gain 1 +1 energy. Armor. Armor's at 50. I might just get it to 75. Then I start building up health. I can use that. Barrier on him. Have him attack every turn. No sense of getting a Fae, but I could get a worm and then just use him and attack. Get him to the highest, so there's 1 enemy left. Oh, they're both attacking because they're both 3. Learn something new each time you play this game. I'm telling you, never do that. Attack him again, and again. Oh, okay, he's done. Chill on him. Increase your card draw. It's a bunch of rune stones. I used to like this rune stone. Every turn for the weapons slot, increase everyone's damage by 10%, and then in the armor slot, every turn, increase everyone's armor by 5. But then, like, if you don't have any way to reduce their armor, like, it literally turns into an all-day battle. Your armor keeps going up, their armor keeps going up. Like, nobody really gets an advantage. But it is helpful in certain situations. But I'm not going to use it today. I don't feel like dealing with that. What did I grab? Okay, reduced armor. Get that. Nah. Guess we could just put that on for now. I don't feel like dealing with either one of those. They keep attacking him. Oh, it It must be something on some like card that I have on, or some passive ability where I don't take any damage when a minion gets hit. Just crazy. I just noticed that. Might be a part of this this game mode. Because usually if you're that took out some of my life. Not too bad though. Keep attacking with him, why not? Come on, you gotta kill him. Just promote him. There you go. Get that out. Oh, try to get them scab cards out. Nobody wants scab cards in a deck. Sacrifice a minion, permanently reduce it. See, like, this is a good card to have to reduce armor, but if you have that everybody keeps gaining armor, they're gonna, I mean, every turn everybody gains 5 armor. I mean, it doesn't really help. Each turn gain 1 ultimate, yeah. Still boost up the armor. Alright, so this is gonna be a little defensive here. As you can see, you look at the enemies. If anybody recommends, or you know, if there's anything in particular that you know you want to see me play or explain in this game or any game for that matter, you know, hit me up. Hit me up on YouTube. Hit me up on IG. No, hit me up on Twitch. It don't matter. You know, the channel still is the same theme. You know, playing games with female protagonists in it, going through the story, and I'm working on stuff now as we speak. But in the meantime, you know, it's gaming, like I was saying in my last video, it's about having fun and, you know, playing and streaming games that you enjoy. And this is a game that I enjoy. Anytime I can drop any knowledge, I hope anybody helps out, you know. Definitely all for it. And this looks like it's about to be over. Oh yeah, I'm not even paying attention to bird candles or anything. Sacrifice it. Might get it out. You know what I need is a worm, but since I already committed to this abomination, I gotta keep using it. Damage is crazy. Thank you. There you go. So far, the schedule, if you haven't seen or noticed yet, you know, it's pretty much this and Watch Dogs, Legion. This game on Mondays, usually around 8. And then Fridays, Watch Dogs. Even though I'm thinking about swapping out Watch Dogs and maybe doing another game. I don't know yet, but for now, I'm going to leave it. But definitely soon. And you know, a random drop here and there. I'm going to not do that. I don't want to. Yeah, I want to keep him, promote him, power up, do everything we need to do. attacking. Hold him again. Alright. This is what we wanted at. That though. Let me do that. Let's start attacking. He at 12. Let's see how I can get him. Oh, he's gonna kill him. 14. He's gonna kill him on his next hit. 2-tap. Got him. Alright. This is so we're already at level 10. Then in turn raise the damage at a. Yeah, I usually get that. We got a whole bunch of runestones. A whole bunch of combat items. I usually take the candle. Alright, we'll finish out these 2 fights and then we'll call it. Right? If we can win these 2 fights. So like that, draw the card. Got him. Attacking because he's the highest. That's it. 2 hits. 2 turns. That's the best battles. You want to be over quick. All enemies gain 25 armor and summon a Fae. I guess I'll take that. That's good to have. Thought I had that the whole time. Alright, let's start boosting our life up now. Since I took a hit. They're just making it too easy for me. Put a barrier on him. Tag. I move too fast sometimes, so that's definitely not a good habit on this. So take your time, observe the battlefield, observe the situation. And 9 times out of 10, you're gonna win. I'm about to say, ain't they all done? I can't do nothing. I like this card. After this minion dies, gain 20 barrier. Barrier's your friend. When a Fae is summoned, draw 2 cards. Every turn after first activation, every Fae game. I guess I get that. So I get my life up. Alright, we'll fight this treasure guardian. Alright, this is easy. So go here. Start at every turn. In case he die. And I can promote. He's gonna start attacking every turn. He should attack twice. Oh, just once, okay. Yeah, no, twice, yeah. Stun him. Tag. 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 Whoa. It's over. Alright. So now I can just heal the full HP. See? Simple. save and quit it here. Yeah, that was a Summoners class explained on Tainted Grail Conquest. So yeah, again, you know, thank you for everybody tuning in. Thank you for watching, supporting, subscribing, following, messaging. Like I said, every Monday until the schedule changes, I'll be streaming Tainted Grail Conquest, and then every Friday I'll be doing Watch Dogs Legions, Legion of the Dead. Not the story, the game mode. So again, if you want to see me play anything else, any recommendations, especially for my channel and my genre, what I'm going for, definitely hit me up. But until then, enjoy.